I told you Vance Joy was coming on the show, everyone. Every song, amazing. He's a Melbourne singer-songwriter. He's travelled the world. Every bloke and every woman loves this bloke.
Yep.
He's adored by all. We're going to zoom him in now. He's in Barcelona. Oh,
Barcelona,
Jackie, that brings back memories. Remember when you and I were in Barcelona?
Yes, very different experiences.
It was the greatest holiday of our life, wasn't it?
No, that was actually the worst holiday of my life.
Oh, no, for me, it was the greatest. I loved Barcelona.
Everyone says this about Barcelona. I did not enjoy it
Hang on,
at all.
Vance is here. Hey, Vance. Vance Joy. Good morning.
Hey, Vance.
Good morning. Good morning, Kyle. Good morning, Jackie. Thanks for having me.
What are you doing in Barcelona? Are you living there? Are you working there? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm living here. I got over here in May. I have been seeing my girlfriend who lives here for the last 2 years, and we did long distance for a long time.
You were lured there by
just recently.
You were lured there by love.
Is she the missing piece then in that song?
She was the inspiration for the song. Yes, I was.
But now you're there, you realise she's not the missing piece. But
I put a bit of pressure on it. I did put a bit of pressure on it. No, everything is going great. So
you love Barcelona because Kyle loved Barcelona.
The time of my life, Vance. Let me tell you. I was doing everything.
I love it.
I was high. I was going to the MTV Awards. Jackie was there. Then I went to the P. Diddy. That's where Jackie went wrong. I went off to P. Diddy's party up in a mansion in the hills after the MTV Awards. Jackie, being like a
grandma,
granny, said she was going to go back to the apartment, and I thought, why? Obviously, she was going through something emotionally. Obviously,
I wasn't. I just didn't want to go to the party.
I'm at the party drinking champagne out of the bottle, dancing on the floor, and I'm talking Christina Aguilera's there, P. Diddy, Justin Timberlake. Everyone who's anyone, right, is there.
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm dating some chick from some girl group from, I don't know, where was she from, that hottie I was dating?
Was she M2M? Or was she,
M2M, one of those chicks. The brunette from M2M.
Yeah.
So she was my date. Anyway, it all ended badly because all the limos came to pick everyone up, and then I hadn't booked a car, and then I had to walk with her for about 20 kilometres. So you know how that ended up. We went our separate ways, so it was that sort of night.
Oh.
Have you had a great time there?
That was what a great story.
I love this story.
It really went somewhere.
Jackie walked from the MTV Awards about 900 kilometres back and then kept hiding in the bushes because every group of Spanish men she'd see, she thought she might be raped.
It was night time. I was on my own in an area I didn't know where I was. Anyway, it's not about us, Vance. It's about you. So you and this song has been just massive. I mean, people are loving it. We're playing it all the time on our radio station.
Are you going crazy? Like, because you're a live singer guy. Like, are you stinging to get out in front of a live audience, or are you enjoying the lockdown writing and recording and all that stuff?
I'm loving the writing and recording part of things, and it's a little bit harder because I have to do everything remotely with the producer or whatever. It's a bit more kind of slow. Yeah. But And I got a little taste before I came over here. I did a couple of shows. It was like an initiative by Michael Gudinski to put Melbourne musicians like around town in the city to get people like basically busking. Right. I busked like three little 20-minute sets, and that was my first taste of playing live, and I loved it. But besides that, it's been a bit tough, because you forget how good the energy of like connecting with people is, and then you kind of forget that that's even part of your life.
And even when you've moved to another country to enjoy the company of a beautiful Spanish woman, that only lasts so long. And then you want to, okay, this is good, but I need that. You need that live vibe. You need your whole world complete.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's funny because I never used to really think about how much I liked live music, especially when I was playing like 6 months straight of shows.
Yeah, you take it for granted. They're always there, right? They're loving it.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. You take it for granted. I played like one show, and I was like at that busking thing, and it was like 200 people. I was just, riding the energy and like even just like getting to like high five people on the way out of like a very small show. But it was so good. I loved it,
Who do you like musically? Like, who are you listening to? Are you listening to old records? Are you across the new artists? Have you got a strange taste? Well, what do you get off on? What are you listening to for fun?
I think I actually really got into this. It was Bo Burnham. He made that like Netflix special Inside, A lot of cool music there. It's kind of like comedy songs.
Like Weird Al Yankovic sort of song. Like that? No.
I guess it's in that genre.
Kevin bloody Will. You know that, hey, Santa Claus, where's the effing bike?
I don't think that's what you're talking about,
funny songs, right? Hilarious.
Well, I'm just looking at my my Spotify now. I was listening to... I listen to the new music a fair bit, I'd say. I listen to...
keep your eye on what's happening.
The Lumineers. The Lumineers are in there.
Mm-hmm.
Casey Musgraves, she's really cool.
Yeah.
I was listening to the new Shawn Mendes song.
Oh, he's good. Do you find him a threat? Because you're both good looking, you're both young.
I think he's... No, he's. He was the main opening artist for Taylor Swift's tour, and we were also on this tour. And I remember looking at I was like, who's this Shawn Mendes kid? Like, he was just starting.
Yeah,
and I was like, I better look up.
Hang on. Yeah, he's in my road.
Hang on, let's. I was like, let's suss out the competition. And I looked at his Instagram and I was like, oh no, he's like just starting out. He's like 16 and he's got 3 million followers. And I had like 100,000. I was like, okay, no, I think I should be the one opening. And he should be the
you know who
one.
I did see you? I think I saw you, well, I don't know, 1 year at Coachella. You were on before Cardi B was on. And do you remember,
Yes,
you did the Coachella thing, right?
Yes, I do remember that. And I remember we got a huge crowd. I'm not trying to sound too self-deprecating, but it's the truth that she was blowing up. She was basically the biggest new artist in the world.
Yeah.
We were playing before her. So we had a massive crowd at the main stage, and it was like kind of good luck, I guess, that she was playing after us.
But that's good exposure.
Right,
the people that may not have heard you, they come to see Cardi and they think, who's this bloke? Because your song's very catchy, don't you think?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think that people would recognise Riptide because it was a big song, and so if you're playing at a festival in front of new people, you get a chance to share some new songs, and it was amazing.
A great opportunity.
We played all right that day.
Was
amazing opportunity.
You know how when you're up there and everyone could be having fun, but you narrow in on the one guy that's like, when's Cardi coming on? You know, one person in the crowd.
One person's giving you the finger.
And you can't help but notice, and your eyes are glued to that. 100,000 people loving it, but one clown wanting Cardi. Do you get that when you're up on stage? Do you notice those people?
I do.
How
I
weird,
definitely
right?
notice those people. It's funny because you're in your head, especially on that stage. It's like you're already kind of so nervous that you're kind of not able to enjoy the experience because it's such a big festival. And so you've got a distance between the stage to the first people. It's like, say, 15 to maybe 10 meters, maybe 3 meters, but you still feel a bit distanced. And then add on to that, just honing in on the guy that's kind of yawning, or the person the people that get to the front aren't the people that they aren't there for me. They're like there for the Cardi B set, so they're all kind of looking at their phones and stuff. And then you get off stage and your manager's like, that was amazing, and you're like, okay.
What about those 5 people out the front that weren't paying any attention? Like, you get focused, you zoom in on those. But did you have friends behind stage? Because when I was there, like, I was up behind stage for the artists that I knew. Like, they go, come around the back, and there could be like 30 people standing up behind the drum kits and everything. But do you have any friends there, or were you on your own?
I did have some mates. I think it's always a good vibe if you've got a bunch of mates side of stage. Like,
totally.
I didn't have heaps of mates on stage at Coachella, but it is with the bands with the most hype and the most buzz. Like, you see the sides of the stage and it's like
30 people.
Like epic crew of people. It's so cool, and it's kind of a rock and roll vibe. So,
and then out the back, the people don't realise out the back the artists have all got tents and they're air conditioned. There's cheese boards and drinks, and it's really
Coachella does it very well.
They do it well. Well, look, Vance, the new song "Missing Piece," that's out now. We're flogging it. We're loving it. Who doesn't love it?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a great song, Vance. Thanks for chatting to us.
Okay, well.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys.
Enjoy your time there in Spain. Is Spain open or shut? What's going on there?
It's kind of half closed, but like half closed in Spain's pretty open, but the cases are going.
I found that in Spain, their whole life in Spain, like 2 o'clock, everyone goes home for a little afternoon nap. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
That is a good vibe.
That's amazing. That's worth moving there for. Yeah.
You go to work, you have little lunch. I know that's school. You go to work, you work, then you have lunch, and then an hour later, you're going home for a nap, and then you come home. They've got it sorted out.
But then do they have to go back to work after the nap?
Yeah, of course.
You do. And I mean, not everyone does the nap, but like, say, my girlfriend's not getting a lunch nap break, but some of the older school kind of situation, people who've been, living in Barcelona all their life, they probably go back and have an hour's sleep. I just don't know how you get back to work after that.
Do they work
really
longer?
turn your brain back on.
I know. That's just weird.
I think 7 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock.
Oh, right. So
I reckon
it's pretty.
I think I'd rather just get it done, like do the 9 to 5 and then be done. Yeah. I'm not sure 100%. About the nap in between and anyway.
Oh, well, how long are you got to drive home to get a 1 hour nap? Like if you have to live next door to get
couldn't do it here in Sydney, could you?
You get home, you'd have to turn around, got to give you a kiss. Bye, babe, I've got to go back to work.
And that's people who have a quick commute. Even they couldn't do it.
It sounds... Yeah, Vance, it's pretty rough.
Thanks for coming on, bro. Enjoy your
Vance.
life. Keep pumping out the songs. Let's get Vance on now. Missing Piece. Here it is at Kiss. Bye, Vance. Vance Joy this morning. Here at Kiss FM, everyone.
I've been waiting.